got me drunk at lunchtime. It's lunchtime and I'm buzzing. What's popping?
Road to Uncut Hennessy Hip Hop Awards 2020. Yeah. I'm here with one of the panelists, also the MC of the night, Mr. Jinx.
Ruby got me drunk at lunchtime. It's lunchtime and I'm buzzing. What's popping? Happy to be here.
It's 5 p.m. somewhere in the world.
Yeah,
it's all good.
Yeah,
Listen,
definitely.
We've been here since 10 o'clock, and you know what we're saying? We're waiting for you to get to 12, and then let's get this shit popping.
Jeez.
Yeah,
Yo,
that's a reasonable.
I'm glad I ain't got nothing else going on this day. You feel me? A whole lot of Hennessy in this bitch, I can tell you that.
How you doing, fam?
I'm chilling. I'm happy to be here. Uncut. I can't believe this.
Listen.
Uncut used to be a low page on Instagram. Posting news.
Low music, yeah.
Ati check out Tunji.
411.
Matzaronga. Uncut 411. Yeah, you came a long way.
Yo, listen.
You came a long way.
Yo, remember when I did the very first show and I came through to jump off? Exactly.
Yeah, and you came to promote.
Exactly.
On the
and you guys were like, how you doing this shit? I'm like, I don't know, man.
No,
like,
but it's needed, you know. And I remember even telling you then, when we're doing the interview, is, you know, that shit is needed. Even what we were doing at the jump off for Trap Lab, just having those 2 days in a week where you can have a local rapper pop in, promote what they got going on, bust a little freestyle, it goes a long fucking way.
It sure does.
You know? And the culture that, you know, Uncut started, you know, and now turning it into a business is essentially what hip hop is about. Hip hop is about attaining wealth. So if you're just doing culture and we ain't doing business, then what we doing?
Yeah, man.
So I'm glad we're here.
Absolutely, man. I'm super glad to have you on as well. How are you feeling about the nominees this year?
I like it. You know, I like it. Like I continue to say, this is needed. What I will say though, I need more uptake from this award show in the media. You feel me? For us to really give the nominees value, you know, Uncut Hip Hop Awards is a news story. You feel me? So yo, editors, NTV, Royal Media, whoever,
get on this shit.
Put this shit up. This is a news story. It's a human interest story in the music industry. It's an award show. I think all the nominees deserve an uptake in their streams.
Absolutely.
They need to get booked more.
Absolutely.
The whole industry gotta co-sign this.
They need to get it popping.
Need to co-sign this.
Yeah, man, absolutely. Like we've had a few people who have really been like, yo, I like that shit. Shout out to Kylie, he's always showing love. You know, just got off the phone with Octo. He's like, yo, okay, cool, I'm about that shit as well.
Okay.
So
we might see him this year?
He actually said he would pull up, but you know, with Octo.
No. At least he's on the phone with you, so yeah, that's halfway there.
That's what I said.
Cheeks. At least I know Cheeks gonna be there. Shout out Cheeks.
I was having a conversation with Octo about Cheche and how it started the whole drill wave, and you know, I was just telling him.
Started the drill wave?
I mean, like I feel like that was in 254 and the drill wave in 2020.
Yeah. And I'm not trying to make it seem like I'm discounting Octo or anything. Yeah, I mean, kudos to him. He's a high-profile artist. He did a drill record.
Yeah.
But we have seen drill records in Kenya before Cheche.
Wait. Saying. I mean, not on that level.
No, just not from a high-profile artist.
I'd say. I feel like the more popular you are, the more you're celebrated for championing something, despite other people doing it. Because like not many people, for example, when we rolled out the nominees, we know these niggas, we know they're popping in the scene or whatever, but then you get online and somebody will be like, oh my God, I don't know who this is.
And that's what the award show needs to do. Just to put you onto some fly shit.
Well, we're on that shit. In 2021, we're doing a whole thing for the winners. I don't want to put it on record, but there's a whole thing that we're doing for the winners.
Let's get it.
Yeah, we're doing a whole thing. So tell me, as someone who has been part of the culture from the rap days into being a journalist, into now managing one of the most popping groups right now, how you feel about the culture? How you feel about the scene?
Man, I love hip hop. You know, it's when I first got involved with rap, like when I think I was like 13 years old when I made that decision, when I said, now I think my life is gonna revolve around music. I think I was 13 years old.
Damn.
And that was when was that? 2004.
Damn.
And that's when, and I even wrote my first song. We had a little group in primary school. What was our group called? South Crankers. We were called, you know me, I'm a South Sea nigga. We were the South Crankers. And we had this little hook. Our first full song was called Chain Hang Low. And the hook, and this the hook. Chain hang low, jeans sag low to the flow. Everybody know who we be. We're the hottest rappers coming out of South Sea, and we got this shit from the A to the Z.
Listen, a 13-year-old, that's hard.
2004, yeah, and that's crazy. That's crazy. That's when, I think that's when I decided that, I'm gonna do this music shit.
Yeah.
And then the next pivotal moment I want to say is like 2008. I think fast forward, I'm about 16, 17, I'm in high school. And in high school I started hustling, and through the streets I got introduced to someone with a studio. It's always just street shit for the most part.
Shit,
this hip hop. So wasn't really keen on even rapping at the time. When you're in the streets, rapping is a hobby. You feel me? I'm out here. So I hopped in the studio and recorded something, and I really liked it. And I went back to it in school, because I was in boarding school, and everybody loved it. It was like, oh shit. They used to play it all the time at Enta or whatever, so that was dope. So that was my first session. And then when I went back on the next holiday, I recorded a few more things, went back to school, and then came back the third time and found one of the song ideas I'd done. Rabbit had put had put a verse to it. I was still in high school. This was for his first mixtape, King mixtape. When he had Jam Nakam. Niko kwa Jam Nakam.
Baby Uzi. Jam.
Yeah, when he was rocking
the Lou. Yeah.
So me and him linked. At the time he used to work with Dice. Shout out to Dice. Dice had a little studio in South Sea. I think that was the first studio. I mean, it was two studios I started working almost immediately. It was the Dice studio in South Sea, and then there was also Star Records in South B, where I met Poison.
Okay.
That we later formed BLC.
BLC.
So I met Rabbit in high school. I'd done a song idea. He liked it. He put a verse to it, and then it also had a verse from Fant. At the time, Fant had just won the H2O.
He was a little star.
Club H2O Freestyle Friday thing. Yeah, in high school. So I go back to school with a song, Jinx, Rabbit, Fant. Hey, they couldn't believe.
Celebrity.
They could not believe.
Yo, but that's crazy.
So yeah, ideally that was like my start in the game. So I always used to come record during the holidays, and grind, hustle here and there. And then right after high school, we put out the first BLC album on MySpace, which was in 2010.
Damn.
And literally it was just the 10th anniversary, and it just hit me the other day, a couple of days ago.
Yo.
10 years since we dropped the first album, Lethal Dose, on MySpace.
Damn.
But MySpace lost everyone's music.
Yeah.
So, you feel me? Did my whole little run with BLC, did a couple mixtapes. I did one mixtape, 2 albums, we did a bunch of shows. I got into events. And then 2014 ended up in radio. Said, all right,
we here now.
Let me figure out, because for me, I think it was one of those decisions where I'd looked at the business of hip hop. I'd been there actively for a few years, and I saw a space in radio where, all right, you can have a decent job. It's not a lot of hours. I still do what I love, which is hip hop, and I get to learn the business even deeper. So it was one of those pivots I had to make in my career, 2014, to get into radio. And never regretted it, because we ended up doing whatever we did with Corinne in the five and a half years I was there. Was amazing,
Monumental show.
From freshman to you know, Trap Lab to we had too many dope moments doing that show. So that was incredible. And throughout that journey, like I remember immediately joining Homeboys as an intern. You had also just started.
Listen.
Yeah, because you came right before me, I think.
Yeah, like maybe 2 weeks before that.
Yeah, it was right around we got in the building around the same time.
Yeah.
And also just watching your growth in the radio is crazy, because at the time when we first linked up, because me and you were writing the articles for the website.
Yes, for the website, yeah.
And at the time, I didn't even think you were really into hip hop. Because it was more of like a, you know, you're a pop
lifestyle, yeah.
You know, the pop stars and type shit. And then when we started doing Freshman, you immediately gravitated towards it, and I was like, oh snap, this is a little hip hop head.
Listen, you know what happened with that? They put me on hip hop culture.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, I can't be on air 2 hours a week not knowing what the fuck I'm talking about.
Yeah.
So like I made it my business to find out everybody's business, and that's how I got into it. And like I discovered too many gems.
Yeah.
And I think coming through, I've told you this before, coming through to that Industry Night show, we're performing Raw.
Listen, was crazy, yeah.
Bro, that day, I think I looked at you, I was like, hold on, this nigga was actually serious. This nigga is actually, I was like,
Jinx is a rapper?
Yeah. I was like, this nigga performs too? Like, I don't get it, but that was by far.
Nah, listen, I did this shit for real. Like, if I wanted to be a rap star, I think I would have been a rap star.
Yeah.
It's just that at some point, I looked at it, I said, nah, maybe this ain't for me, because I realized, you know, I have this business savvy also. And granted, some people like Jay-Z decided to go that route, where I'll be the artist but
and
also figure out the business.
Mm-hmm.
And kudos to him, one of the greats. But you know, after being active for a number of years, man, nah, I wasn't gonna
the struggle is different this side.
Nah, I wasn't gonna go that route, because it's too far. It's too like the ideal scenario is too far off.
Yeah.
Like I had to step away from the game to figure out the business, and hopefully the next generation of artists can benefit from what I'm able to achieve. Yeah. So that was my decision going into media. I never regretted it. And being in this position now where I'm managing TNT, and when I look at them, I see myself 10 years ago. You know, I see a bunch of guys who are trying to break the mold, you know, and you know, with niggas like Kimia who've been in the game, they also set the tone for niggas like TNT to you know, to kind of be able, and niggas like me also, because you know, coming up, the only cats I heard like really rapping in English and doing it proper, of course, is Bamboo. Gotta give it to him.
Undisputed,
Kimia, Attitude. And I believe that kind of set the tone for people like
Chris Kantai was
BLC,
also in there.
Kantai for sure. For BLC, that whole Camp Mula, Lou, and now you can also see a TNT. And I especially like TNT because, you know, it goes back to the essence, which is the streets. And when you look at the guys I just mentioned, from Kimia to Bamboo to Attitude, I mean, them niggas were in the trenches, you know? And back in the day, if you think now niggas look at you funny for rapping in English, I do any Bobby.
Listen, back in the day,
now Kimia could tell you a few things, I'm sure.
Yeah, back in the day was a whole different story.
So I like that TNT are sticking to their ground. I fuck with them heavy, and we're gonna take this shit global for sure.
Let's
100%.
do it, man. Let's do it, man.
100%.
The awards are coming up. I know you came to the show last year.
Yeah.
And I woke up in the morning and you were like, Uncut Hip Hop Awards, that's the tweet.
You feel me?
What did you like about the show last year?
Man, I just loved witnessing culture, witnessing a dream. Because I know what you've been building. I've been around you throughout the whole process. So, you know, when I stepped into the building and everybody was in suits, and you know, niggas was flying, they were happy to be there, and it was a celebration. It was a celebration of everyone's work for the year that was 2019 in hip hop.
Yep.
You know, so whether you whether you won an award or not, or like, yo, it's just the whole game. It was a big win for hip hop.
Yep.
This is the first hip hop award show in Kenya.
In
2019.
Listen.
2019.
Wow.
And this shit started back in the 90s. I just talked about K South. I believe K South was active in 96, 95?
Yep.
95, 96?
Yep.
No doubt.
And even before that, you had niggas like Jimmy Gatu also already dabbling in rap.
Yep.
And in 2019 is when we
An
get our
award show is
first hip hop
happening.
award show.
Yeah.
So that's just crazy. But it still shows that anything is possible, and I'm happy to be a part of it.
Yo, man, 2020 is coming up. Our theme is culture over fear.
Yes, sir.
What you understand by that?
Culture over fear. What I just said, man. It's about being bold in what you believe in, you know? And even when it seems like there's no money to be made. Like last year when you were putting this shit together, there was literally no money to be made.
Zero.
You were actually in the red.
I was paying for it from my pocket.
Out of pocket, you know, you're actually in the red. So, and that's what hip hop is, you know, it's about taking that leap of faith and then cashing in on that.
Yeah.
Because just a year later, we got Hennessy and I'm drunk in the middle of the day.
Hey,
Give me a glass. I was bugging. Yo, give me a glass, bro. Yeah, I know, I was bugging. Yo, give me a glass, bro.
Listen, give this man a drink.
Yeah, give me a Hennessy. It's a celebration. It's a celebration.
Man, shout out to Hennessy. This is incredible.
Yeah, so
this
just
is
a year
crazy.
later, you know, at the Sarit Center Expo, which is also a iconic venue.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like Kenya Music Week, Kenya Music Week to, you know, just
Samantha Bridal, they have like drive shows up in here.
yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
You know, we're at Sarit Center with it. 18th December. You better be here.
Kenyan hip hop is
Better
about
be
to
here.
clean up, man.
Better
We're
be
on
here.
that corporate shit, you know,
sir.
mainstream shit, mainstream success. We're,
Yeah.
we're trying to blow everything out the water.
Yeah,
like.
and I was just about to ask you because you know I know like the award show is picking up some steam. How has that affected the overall strategy for Uncut Africa as a business? Because now you know the award show is one thing, but what are some of the other elements you're looking at?
Yeah, so I was hoping that like the awards show can be the baseline for everything. It's like all these other things that we do in the year are leading up to the award show.
Everything
so it's
leads
like
up
a
to this.
360. And then even after the awards, whatever we're gonna do in the next year, it's gonna lead to the
Reflection
award.
to-
Exactly.
Okay.
It's gonna lead to the awards. But I feel like this has been the strongest pillar of the business so far. I think because the idea hasn't been in existence so long, everybody is just like, yo, listen, I'm with that shit.
The last real award show like for music was really Chago Latinis.
Listen, everybody keeps saying that.
Because is there anything else? And you know when the last Chago Latinis was?
I know. We're like in high
Camp
school.
Mula or Poppin. That was the last one, 2012.
Yeah,
That was 8 years ago
Yeah.
when we last had a decent award show in Kenya.
yeah.
Yo, come on guys, we
Kisima?
gotta do better.
Wasn't that around that
Nah,
the same time?
We gotta do better. And you know Kisima, is that Ted Josiah?
Yeah, I think so.
Ted was part of it, but there was another guy, Victor.
Yeah. Because with Kisima, I think niggas was hating on it when Ted won Producer of the Year.
Oh,
I
and
think
he was the-
It's like when Ruby wins on
Listen.
Uncut Hip Hop Awards.